Hi, Steve and Caleb from Brownells, and today we want to talk about match ammo versus what? Bulk ammo, range ammo? What do you want to call it?
Both.
Practice ammo.
Yes. Well, yeah, so the thing here, we often get the question, because we sell ammunition, is what's really the difference? Which one should I be buying? Because I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that, well, if I'm using match ammo or defensive ammo or whatever it may be in the firearm I plan to use, what benefit is it to use the bulk ammo to train with?
The other question is, why does the match ammo cost so much?
Yes. Why does it cost so dang much?
Yeah. So why should I buy that when you've got perfectly good regular ammo?
Yeah, and we did a Smith Buster about this one a while back.
Yeah.
And that's I would recommend go and check that out if you haven't already. But the whole the conclusion to that video was that it does make a difference, and the match ammo is match ammo because it's manufactured more consistently.
And better components a lot of times.
Right.
The brass is selected for consistent weight, example, and the primers are match primers. The projectiles will be the best that are out there.
Right. Yeah. So like for example, we have this 223. This is the Winchester 69 grain match, and it has I think these have Sierra Match Kings on them. Yeah. So SMK Sierra Match King bullets, which are really fancy bullets. They're hollow point boat tail, and that lets them cut through the air really nice. Very low drag, high BC bullet. High BC compared to like your 55 grain or your 62 grain standard, what would be considered, I guess, the standard 5.56.
Right.
So those are definitely made with better, more accurate, potentially more accurate components.
Right. They are all measured to within, who knows, a 1/10 of a grain, a 20th of a grain.
Yeah.
But they're all practically the same weight.
Yeah, and kind of where we're getting at here is it takes a lot more to consistently manufacture that stuff. A lot more time and a lot more effort, and that translates into it costing more.
And they tend to test that ammo more too.
Yes.
With a gun that's bedded in concrete or something, it's bolted down so it can't move. There's no variation, and they have to all go in the same hole at a certain range.
Yep, or else that lot gets the boot.
Right, whereas your regular old ammo, it's going to have a nice group, but it's going to be a little more opened.
Yeah.
And the further away you shoot, the more open it becomes.
Yep, so that's a really important aspect of it, of course. Now, another thing we touched on in that Smith Buster was also that if you have a gun that's not shooting great, just throwing match ammo in it isn't going to be like the magic cure for that.
No.
Chances are, if it's not, like let's say, I'm going to use AR-15s for example here. Let's say you have two AR-15s. You're both shooting, let's say Winchester white box, the standard, 55 grain stuff in it. One gun shoots a nice, decent type group at, let's say, 100 yards. The other gun shoots, a group that's double the size of that one. Now, switching to match ammunition in that case isn't going to make that other gun shoot a group tighter or as tight as that first gun, because obviously something's up with the gun, right? The gun has to already be somewhat accurate to benefit from match ammunition, if that makes sense.
Right, exactly. And the match bullets tend to be a little on the heavier side too, so faster twists work better for those. Light bullets don't always like a fast twist. Sometimes that opens up your group.
Yeah, so, and the other question we posed at the beginning of the video is, should I be only, like if I have my carry gun, for example, and I'm doing some self-defense training, should I only be practicing with those, plus Ps or that, whatever carry ammo? Or if I'm shooting my AR-15, should I only be practicing with the match ammo? That's another question.
Yeah, and I don't.
I don't either, not even close.
I practice with something that costs less or that I've reloaded myself that mimics the match load.
Right.
And if it doesn't shoot as well, that's all the better because I try harder at practice, so when I do get, in a competition situation, I tend to do well.
Yeah, so you don't always need to carry that, self-defense carry ammo. Now, it's a good idea. Let's say I go pick out a new carry ammo I've never shot before.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to run at least a box of that through your gun, but you don't need to shoot that all the time every time you train. Just pick up some of this Like what I shoot the most is this Winchester. This is I think this is like their military version of their target ammo. It comes in the brown box, and then you have what's known as your Winchester white box. All of that stuff is really affordable, and it all shoots great.
Right, and at self-defense distances, you can't tell the difference anyway.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're out there at the range training, shooting steel, shooting paper, whatever, this stuff's perfectly okay.
Yep, and you can shoot a lot more for the same amount of money.
Yeah, so I would say you would benefit more shooting this because you're going to be training more, because you can afford to train more.
Exactly,
So.
and that's always a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think that's all there is to it, Steve.
Yeah, so match ammo if you need it, but regular ammo, if that will suffice for what you're doing. I mean, if you're shooting at 25 yards, you don't need match ammo necessarily.
Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you. Just take what we've told you here and find out what situation works best for you. There you go.
All right. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And as always,
if you need help with anything for any reason ever, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.